Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video. Today we have something a little bit different / something we haven't done in a while. We have a CGC return. Now I have a massive stack of cards just off camera here that you guys are not going to be able to see. But trust me, there's a large stack of boxes here. I believe we have 156 cards to go through. Meaning that it's probably going to be a bit of a longer one. First of all, look at this adorable tiny box. It doesn't look that tiny, but trust me, this is little, comparatively. And I think it's because I sent in 156, and CGC's boxes hold 50 at a time, and I have 3 other boxes here. So we'll save that one for last, and let's see what we got here. So I'm going to open this up, and as I grab cards, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show them to the camera and stack them to the left over here. So I'm just gonna, this is going to get easier as we go, but first of all, I have to start grabbing, and we're going to pull from the back. In this return, we've got a lot of Japanese Pokemon, we've got some anime cards, we've got a decent mix of some stuff, but here's our first one. Gem Mint 10. What is this? This is Arbok. This is Arbok from, what is this? Wild Force Art Rare. That's pretty cool, starting off with a 10. I'm going to try to not, talk myself into a corner here like I have in the past. We've got a Pristine here, in the sense that I get distracted with every new card that pops out. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. That would be a Pristine 10 Houndoom from VMAX Climax. VMAX Climax kind of sort of went on to become some of the later Sword and Shield sets, such as Crown Zenith, I think. But yeah, that was pretty cool to see. Pokemon card market, Pokemon cards in general, the card market in general is exploding right now. Have you guys seen some of the stuff that's come out from Costco's and department stores and GameStops where people are fighting each other for prismatic evolutions? I sure have. That's that's kind of interesting. It's weird because I would argue that for the past year, at least, Pokemon cards have been kind of in a downtrend. They were nowhere near where they were, 2020, COVID, that sort of thing. And now they're seeing kind of this explosive resurgence very, very quickly. So it's cool to see. Problems with that is definitely the idea that grading card companies are raising their prices. I like the Pristines. Those are cool. We got a Smeargle there. Grading companies are raising their prices. PSA already raised their prices. They have gone up to $16.99 a card, I think. And CGC announced they're going from $10 a card to $11 a card for bulk. And they're going up, like jumbo size cards was $15. I was going to submit some of those. Those have gone up to $20 per card to be graded with CGC. So I think those changes from CGC take place on the 21st of January. So assuming when I get that up, that may have already occurred or may be about to occur. So if you're going to want to submit to CGC, especially some of those larger cards, or just submit bulk in general, get those done soon. Let's see, we got a pretty good mixture so far. Not even a 9, a lot of 10s. There's another 10. Pristine 10s and Gem Mint 10s. I'm happy to see that these are coming back with some decent grades. I believe I purchased most of these as lots, like art rare lots and stuff, so always good to see this sort of thing. Cloth. Cloth is so goofy. Look at him. He's just a goofy boy. He's vibing. He's just vibing. You will return to Crab, and you will like it. Let's see here. Another Japanese Pokemon. That's a 10. That's Tarantula. That's a newer one from Sword and Shield, but I like this one because it has Scyther on it. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, grading companies are raising their prices. eBay prices are rising. If you were buying secondhand or buying from other reseller sites, sealed product is incredibly difficult to get. My local Walmart was annihilated, I know that, and a lot of the more local shops that I visit are also pretty much completely cleared out of Pokemon. How long will it last? What's really driving it? It's hard to say. It's kind of like anticipating the card market is in a lot of ways kind of like anticipating the stock market. It just it doesn't really lend itself to being very predictable. So I don't know how to really answer that question. I see people ask that all the time, you know, when's a good time to buy? When's a good time to sell? The answer is really any time that you are in a position that you want to offload your cards, or if you're not in a position that you need to offload your cards, you're probably better off holding them. The older a card gets, more or less inevitably, it goes up in value. Sealed product, more or less, always goes up in value. In my opinion, if you're holding on to sealed product right now, and you can afford to hold it, then hold it. You know, I'm holding some things. I'm holding like some booster boxes of Chilling Reign. I'm holding booster boxes of Battle Styles, which admittedly was not the best hold, but it's gone up. I'm holding like some Evolving Skies ETBs and some other stuff, and I don't need to sell them, so I haven't been. But they've been making steady gains, which is good. And I hope they continue to do so, as I think any collector does. So we're about halfway through. Well, not even. We're about 40% through this first box here. I like this card because it's got the Dodrio and then the Galarian Zapdos on it. What is that? That is also... That's V-Star Universe. Okay. So it's VMAX Climax and then V-Star Universe. Maybe V-Star Universe is the one that went out to be Crown Zenith. I can't remember. Deoxys. Ooh, I like that. That's a cool card right there. That's really cool to get in Pristine. I like Deoxys personally. So yeah, people are getting trampled in Costco's. Everybody's trying to resell. Everybody's trying to jump on right now. Should you go out to a Costco and punch an old lady in the head to try to get a box of Pokemon 151 or something along those lines? Probably not. It really is never helpful to, you know, wind up with that FOMO, FOMO, fear of missing out mentality, and then go out and try to do what everybody else is doing. Do your own thing. Collect at your own pace. Collect what you want to collect and collect what you think is going to be the most conducive to your collection, and you will be a lot happier. That's just kind of the way it works. I would never really recommend you become a trend chaser. Ooh, what the hell happened here? 7.5. We went from all 10s to a 7.5, and unfortunately it's on the Galarian Moltres, which is honestly one of the probably better cards to would have been to get in a Pristine, but that's okay. They can't all be winners. Here's Absol got a 10. That's cool. This one, I can't remember if this one had to be pulled. Maybe not, but there was in V-Star Universe, there was like a God Pack, and there were cards that onto the Japanese side that you could only get from God Pack. It was like the Pikachu and the Mareep and the Poochyena and some other ones. Ooh, I like that Lunatone actually. That's nice. And the Volbeat and the Illumise. Nice. The art rares are so good in modern sets that I think a lot of them are worth grading, even though these cards tend to not go for a ton. Oh, we got the Galarian Articuno here, and a 10. Too bad your brother Moltres did not get the same treatment, but that's okay. There's another Pristine coming out. This is Thievul. Thievul from also V-Star Universe, so there's that. Try to readjust here without knocking the camera. There we go. We have... Oh, there is a Solrock Pristine. That's nice. CGC cards always have like these little... I don't know what they are. They're like... They almost look like fiberglass, but they're these little fibers that I think are from the inside of the box or the inserts they put in here. My CGC cards are always dirty when they come back, and I always have to clean them off. It's just... weird. PSA does not have the same problem because PSA boxes differently. This is Crocolore. It's kind of weird that the Mid-Evolution got its own card, but I guess that's okay. Might be a Crocolore fan out there somewhere. Pyroar. That's some nice art, actually. I like that too. Oh, so card market's going nuts. Grading companies are raising their prices. There's a Tropius, Pristine. What else has been going on? I have been trying to get more cards up on eBay in the wake of this whole thing going on. So if you haven't checked out my eBay, I would recommend doing that. My link is always in the bio on YouTube, or on my link tree. Here's a Miss Magius. This is really nice, actually. This is from Triple Beat, so this is one of the earlier Japanese sets for Scarlet and Violet, I think. I really like that, actually. Hold on, I'm gonna look at this for a second. Do I hold on to you? I do like Miss Magius. Anyway. Here's a non-pristine. It kind of spoils it because the label color changes. There's no way to hide the fact that a card is a pristine. The reveal is what it is when pulling from the back here. So it's kind of the best that we can do. Like, this is pristine because it's gold. So this is Houndoom. Ooh, from a Night Wanderer. I think this is a slightly newer set. You might be able to see me a little bit in the reflection, but there's nothing I can do about that. So, or see the camera at the very least. This is another Pokemon Japanese. This is Zoroa Art Rare, also from Night Wanderer. It's kind of cool. What's this? We've got another Pristine. I just realized I put that one in the wrong spot. Did I screw up? Nope, just that one that I put in the wrong spot. Okay, Varoom. What is this? Like, is this the baby? Yeah, this is the baby Reverum or whatever. Sure, why not? Maybe there's a fan out there of the possessed vacuum cleaner, but not the. Well, it's not possessed. That would be like the Rotom, right? So that's don't worry about it, Mr. Mime. That's cool. Do you guys have any idea how hard it is to fill and just sit here and talk to yourself for X amount of time and talk about things? Ooh, there's a Nidoking from 151 in a Pristine 10. Like to see that pop out. Yeah, it's hard to fill this much time just talking about random stuff, and it's not like I have an agenda. Oh, 8.5 in the Tangela. That's crap. I just have to say whatever pops into my brain and talk about the Pokemon card market. Let's see, what else has happened recently? We got people dying in Costco's. We've got people fighting in line for other sorts of Pokemon cards. We've got grading companies raising their prices for grading and a general uptick. I watched a little bit. I do watch other content creators, and I do kind of see what they're saying about it and stuff. This new trend, it doesn't seem to be affecting vintage all that much. Granted, I don't have a great supply of vintage. I don't generally I don't have the industry sources to source pristine vintage or to find a source of vintage cards. I deal in a lot of modern and semi-modern stuff. And I guess that's what's doing better right now, because base set hasn't seen a huge jump. Some of the later vintage, quote unquote, like the EX era and the Diamond and Pearl era, and even into Black and White, and I think X and Y are really starting to go up. So I wonder if that's I wonder if that's a general trend, just in the sense of hey, we've seen base set a million times. We've seen these same cards a million times, these same Pokemon a million times, and the now younger collectors that are, starting to either come into money or start their own serious collections are kind of looking for a different era of Pokemon card. And I don't really have anything other than anecdotal evidence and some general market studies to support that theory, but it wouldn't surprise me if that's what we were looking at. So far, so good, to be honest. My last CGC return that I didn't record or anything was freaking awful compared to this. I think I got 2 Pristines in total out of a 100 card submission. The guy just wanted to rip me apart. I don't know. He had a bad day. He stubbed his toe on the way to work. He just he had a bad time. And it was a lot of gem mint 10s. Say that I get a 9, but yeah, it was pretty bad. It was pretty brutal. So, you know, if you're submitting and you've got really thin margins, if you don't have a great source of cards, or you're just getting into this for the first time and trying to try your hand at resale, watch yourself. A single bad submission can kind of sink you, and you're always going to get stuff like this where stuff that you thought was really good comes back as, you know, a 6.5 or a or lower. Why is this a 6.5? Let me just look at this real quick and see. Maybe I can figure out why this is a 6.5. I see some corner damage. Okay, I do see a crease. The crease is in the bottom left-hand corner on the card, and it bizarrely... I couldn't tell you why. The crease actually follows the corner, and I don't know if I'll ever be able to get this on camera. Potentially. But the crease is actually in this corner, and it follows the corner. And I don't know how that happened. Yep, oh, you can actually see it right there. You can see the crease. So I don't know how that happened. I could have just simply overlooked it. Or sometimes when you flat pack these, you do throw these into card loaders. Like semi-rigid 9.5. Okay, it's our first 9.5. I'm just going to put the rejects in a separate pile for now. And by rejects, I mean anything under a 10. And we'll go from there. But, ooh, Zero Aura. That's a very pretty card. Like, there's a lot of colors going on there. There's a lot of... That's cool. Stellar Crown. That's pretty new, isn't it? I mean, that's a pretty new set, I think. Isn't that like the newest set from Japan that just became prismatic? Maybe I'm off. I thought it was. Which is odd, because I submitted this. That must have been brand new when I submitted that. Alright, next box. And I know the audio varies because I move away from the microphone and closer to it and anything. There's nothing I can do about that right now. I'm old. I'm poor. I use my cell phone to record these and deal with it. Is basically the best that I can tell you, unfortunately. More Japanese Pokemon. We've got a Tinkatuff. That's cool. I'm just gonna... An 8. Just gonna start slamming through these. 10, that's Clauncher. Where are my Clauncher boys? Leave a little crab emoji in the comment section. Ooh, there's the Pachirisu. It's so cute. I was hoping I submitted one of these. I have a plan for this one. I won't say what it is. Gravard? Gravard? I don't know how you say his name, but the Ghost Doggo. I think I posted a picture of this card on Halloween to my Instagram account. And then I immediately turned around and graded it, so... He came back at 10. The rare raw to graded timeline there. There's a Gloom. Is this 151? No, that's Ruler of the Black Flame. This box so far is a 9. This box so far does not have any Pristines. Take it back. There's one right there. Palafin, the All Might Pokemon. I like Palafin's concept a lot. The idea that he has to come out, and then he has to leave, and he comes back in, and his stats all come out like a superhero, like Clark Kent in the, it's a Houndour, like Clark Kent in the, in Superman, basically, running into the phone booth. It's cool. It's, it's a good concept. Toad's cool. The ground type, whoop, bump the camera again. The ground type Tentacool. 9... V-Star. What else do we talk about in the card market? What else do we refer to? Dunsparce. Oh, here's some news. It's not directly Pokemon related, but it is gaming news and it probably will affect it. I think a couple days ago now, Switch 2 got announced. Finally released a finally released a new trailer for the Switch 2 after it had been super duper uber released to death, or leaked to death, I should say, already. And it looks pretty cool. It's kind of just an upgraded Switch. You know, it's got a bigger screen, it's got better controllers, hopefully. It looks like there's a lot of rumors they're going to switch over to Hall Effect to fix drift. I certainly hope they do that. The way they clap or clasp onto this console looks different. It's backwards compatible, which is awesome. I'm really happy that they didn't, say your Switch library is marooned somewhere, or marooned on your aging console, your aging Switch. So that's all good. Ooh, look at that Pristine 10. I have this particular card in a perfect 10, back when CGC used to do perfect 10s. So getting another one of these in Pristine, it kind of makes me wonder, like, if I list both of them comparatively, which one's going to do better? Obviously, it's going to be the perfect, right? Unless you really hate the label, the old CGC, like, blue label. The perfect should be leagues above, right? I don't know. That's interesting. That I have that card in a new Pristine, which is their new highest grade, and an old perfect 10. Aw, the 8-palm got a 9. Why'd you get a 9, little buddy? I like this because it's kind of like the claymation style that they do. I like the claymation cards. But yeah, Switch 2. You guys going to, you gonna buy it? You gonna pay for it? You gonna pay Nintendo for it? 7.5, gross. I'm probably going to hold off for a while. Honestly, I saw the announcement and I was like, oh boy, cheaper Switch games. Discounts on old Switch games as they try to clear out their stock and stuff and sell all the old titles off. And I'm like, wow, I'm more excited about that than I am actually shelling out. I didn't have a price yet, probably $300-ish for a new. Ooh, Loudred. I like that one too. And a Pristine, that's cool. For a new console, what do you think they're gonna price the Switch 2 at? $299? That was the price of the Switch, I think. The OG Switch. I don't think they can hit that price, to be honest. I'd guess either $349 or $399, to be honest. Which I know is both harder to swallow, but at the same time, with inflation and with the way prices have been going, I really don't know how that's gonna go. But I guess we'll see. Maybe it would surely be too much to price it at $399 when you can go out and get a new Xbox Series X or whatever for, $449, $500 on sale. It will be interesting. No information on the new Pokemon game either, which is another thing to kind of consider, right? Is like, Pokemon has not really had a reinvestment, or hasn't really had a new game or anything to generate hype in a while. The DLC came out, over a year ago now? And at this point, it's been like mini releases and, some other stuff. Oh, it's Fiona. If only you didn't suck. I do like your design, though. You're just, like, lesser Manaphy, though. Yeah, no new Pokemon game for a while, which is equally why it's kind of surprising that Pokemon is seeing such a resurgence right now in the collector's market, because there is no new franchise introduction to, get no people in or generate hype or anything. So, I don't know. Maybe those things are disconnected enough that people don't really care, but I also would kind of expect to see. Let's check Chimecho. I would also expect to see an uptick in some of those. Some of that interest from a new game, but Pokemon Legends Z through A, nothing. No new info whatsoever. Maybe we'll see that as we get closer to the actual Switch 2 launch date. Which I don't think we have any information on, except that it's coming out in 2025. Gotta move through these kind of quickly here. A lot of Pristines, that's good to see. These cards, I think this was probably just an exceptional batch. I know it's like, I'm not getting excited enough. Or I'm not thankful enough for every pristine grade. I am. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I've had some stinkers. I've really pointed that out previously. Is like my last submission, I had two pristines in the whole sub, and it was, 2/3 the size of this one. So, does it really depend on grader? Did I really send off that bad of a batch? I don't know. It's hard to say. Right now, the stacks are literally 50-50. I'm looking at it on the left-hand side here, between Gem Mint 10 and Pristine, and that's awesome to see. The 9 and lower stack is pretty small, so I'm not super heartbroken over that. Art Rare Cyber Judge Iron Thorns. Cool. Chatot. Going through these here. 8.5. Oh, I would have liked to have gotten the Snom and a 10. I like Snom. Little ice bug guy. 10 on... Is that... Oh, that's Shift Tree. Okay. What is that? My brain didn't detect it for a second. Next one. 10 on the Mudsdale. 10 on the Grottle. 7.5 on the Charge-a-Bug. Not terribly broken up about that. I don't even know why I don't know. Are you a Charge-a-Bug fan? Is Charge-a-Bug like your guy? The mid-evolution. I think he's a mid-evolution. What does he evolve from? Grubbin? Charge-a-Bug? What does he become after this? Vikavolt or something? I don't know this generation very well. I should do a giveaway for some of these cards because they just, It's a shame because they do display well. I know it's a 7.5, but there's probably a very small problem with this card. And I can see it right here. Again, if I can zoom in and get this to autofocus. There it is. There's a crease on this corner right here. You can you can see it. Sort of. And otherwise, it's a perfect looking card. You plop this down in a card holder or a standee or whatever. Display's great. Here's the next one. And, it just kind of gets to that point that nobody wants to buy them because the grade is bad, but it's still an encapsulated card, and it probably still displays well. So I'm wondering if I should start hosting some giveaways for these lesser cards. If you'd like to see that, leave a comment down below and let me know you want to see that sort of thing. Pristine. Ooh, Bronzor. Oh, I like that. Oh, I forgot this was even in here. He's from Wild Force. I like Bronzor and Bronzong a lot. Bronzong is one of my favorite Pokemon. And, I like the little Bronzor in the mirror, with the mirror and everything. I think that might be a personal collection keep. I love that. That is so cute. He's looking in the little mirror and he's got like all the antique house and everything. Very shiny too. Nice. I like that. Every once in a while I come across a card that I'm just like, ooh, I like that. Take the time to actually appreciate it. Ooh, a Metagross from Cyber Judge. That's cool. I like that too. I like steel types. I'm a steel type fan. Toss this over here. Where did I put that tiny... Oh, it's down here. Okay, I don't want to lose that. Okay, I imagine we've got to start getting into the other stuff now. Yep, and I can tell you right now, we already are. So, these... It took them a while to ID these. And it's kind of like... I think it might have taken a while for them to ID these because I didn't do the best job identifying them when I sent them in because I didn't know what they really were. The fact that we're starting off with a Pristine is insane, by the way, because these cards I bought, these are Senran Kagura cards. This one in particular is from 2013. It's Volume 1. Asuka, I think, I'd assume, is her name. Yeah, these are really, really hard to come by, these cards. I had to do some real digging just to get a hold of them in the sense that nobody's selling them. They've been out of print for over 10 years. Maybe that was the only Pristine in the bunch because it was all the way in the back. I'm worried. Well, we got a 10 on that one. Oh, these are anime booby cards, by the way. So if you're like, I'm only here for Pokemon, Anime boobies are a sin. You can go now, because you're not gonna... This is more so the grades that I expected. These lower grades... I mean, these things must have been banged up, or, you know, I can't imagine, because I didn't buy, like, the packs. I bought them from random lots and stuff, but... Yeah, I haven't played these games. I want to play these games. I picked up the first game remastered on Steam not long ago, 10. And, I'm gonna move that down there, I think. Yeah. And, I do want to play them. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. I wish I had more time to play games. There's a 9. So we're gonna go through these. There's an 8. Those are the grades that I expected. Every 10 is a blessing on these suckers. I could not imagine. There's a 9. I imagine the 10s are going to be listed quite high because you don't see them very often. Ooh, that's a good one to get a 10 on. Put that over there. I imagine some characters are more popular than others. I also imagine the collector market for this is kind of unique. This one kind of feels like I'm gonna go to jail, but to each their own. This one, another 10, also kind of feels like I'm gonna go to jail, but again, to each their own. Senran Kagura. Again, not played it. I'm familiar with it. I've seen other people play it. So, I saw these cards at one point and I was like, you know what? Those are really unique. They're high quality looking cards in terms of art and everything. And, I saw an opportunity, so I bought them secondhand from a guy. And I graded all the ones that seemed like they were worth grading. And here we are, like finally coming back. So these will be up on my eBay store soon. Funny, back to back, probably from the same lot, I would say, because I did buy a couple separate lots. But 7, 10. It just goes to show with these vintage cards, you don't know what kind of life that they've lived or what they've been through. This grader, I'm not just saying this because, like, I would have loved to have seen a high grade on this one, because this is like holy mama kind of card, right? So I imagine that would do well, but we got a 6.5 on that one. That was unfortunate. How about this one? 8.5. Better, still not great. I think there were only 2 of these in the lot, if I remember correctly. I don't know. Her name is Shiki. No idea, but yeah. I think the grader this time around... Oh, there were 3. We do get a 10 on her. That's awesome. I'm not going to be like, oh, I really wanted a Pristine. I'm going to be more so like, I will take what I can get and roll with it. That's awesome to see that we actually managed to pull a 10 on her. So that's great. Yeah, the grader this time around I think was probably very fair. Every time I've looked at a card and been like, why did that get that? I can immediately tell why it got that grade. And I'm not seeing a lot of that bias or a lot of that, you know, this sucks. All your cards suck, you know, that I did with my last submissions. So that's good. Ooh, we got a Pristine. Another Pristine. I don't know what this is. Hamura. I will take a Pristine in any of these cards, to be honest, because I don't see these Pristine hardly ever. Hammer again, swimsuit Pristine. Awesome. Even the commons from this set, dude. We're talking like raw, sometimes $8 to $10 a card. Ooh, Yumi gets a Pristine 10. This is volume 3. This is a little bit later, but I guess the volumes... Like this one here, this one's like, say, volume 2, right? But they're all 2013, so they must have released these volumes, I don't know, every few months in that year when the game had, you know, was really popular? I don't know. I don't even know why I sent this one off. Hammer again. Oh, maybe it's because it's the UC, whatever that means. Uncommon? Yeah, it's an uncommon. Not gonna argue with a Pristine, though. 10. Hammer again. Put it down here. More Senran Kagura. 9 on that one. 9 on that one. This character's getting all 9s. Hikage? H-I-K-A-G-E? Hikage? Probably. 10 on that one. 10 on that one. Take that. These are grading so much better than I thought they were. Thank God. 10 on that one. I'll take that. I really thought this was gonna be like, this was gonna annihilate me at the end. 9 on that one. Okay. And granted, I mean, they're way, way lower percentage-wise than the Japanese Pokemon, but that's okay. Oh! Wow, this is the one. I didn't even realize I sent this off. This is like, this is the #1 card from Stellar Crown, I think, for English. Like, or one of them. This is the Squirtle that I pulled personally, and it's a Pristine 10. That is awesome. I have to look up the price of this. Wow, that is awesome. An English card got a Pristine 10 that I randomly pulled out of a booster pack myself from like GameStop. Holy crap. Wow. Oh god, that is awesome. Wow, that like made, I mean, the submission was already going well, but that like made my day right there. That was the highlight right there, I think. I don't think it gets any better than that. Tinkaton pulls 10. This is the promo. This isn't just a random holo. This is actually the promo from the 3-pack blisters. God, the rest of this might be like random stuff that I pulled or that I opened. Yeah, it is, because this is like Kofu. I pulled this out of a booster pack. I do open sometimes, personally, but... Oh, here's Frieren. This is... I opened a box of Frieren a while ago, and I can't even remember. I don't even think I recorded that, but... this... I sent this in because I got the worst Frieren box. Did I? No. I think I got a Siri out of it that graded like 9. A Siri SP. It didn't grade very well, but I like this because it's the meme. It's the, if you give this to men, they will be thrilled Frieren meme, and I love that. I might hold on to that. We'll see. Osaka. Okay, these are probably... I think these are Kaguya-sama cards. I had like 4 of them to send off. Yes, there is. So Chika gets the 10. That is... Yeah, Kaguya-sama. Chika. This one doesn't get the Pristine. It still gets a 10. It's I. Put that down here because I'm out of room. Osaka again. She gets the 10. This is Miko. Yeah. I haven't seen this series in a while. The movie was really good. The movie was better than Season 3. Season 3 I thought was kind of like, we're kind of downgrading a little bit here, but the movie was really good. I really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to the last season. And then we have a Kaguya Valentine's card. And then... Oh, I sent off with the Minecraft cards. This was like stuff on my desk at the end here. This is just like, what else can I fit into the sub? 8.5 on the turtle, guys. 8.5 on the turtle. That's funny. Minecraft turtle. I run a Minecraft server. Check out Vibe Network. Discord.gg/Vibe with 2 eyes. And come play Minecraft with me, guys. More Minecraft. 8.5 in the Creeper. This would be great in 10, actually. Like, this would be really cool. But these square-cut corner Panini cards, I mean, they never grade well. It's totally fair. I can see that the corners aren't perfect, so... Not on CGC or anything. It's just you wish you'd get a 10 on that. Oh, boy. What a whiplash from the last submission. I was dreading this in a way. Fox gets a little 8. Little Fox gets an 8. Another Minecraft card. Enderman gets an 8. Yeah, that's gonna be the theme here, but that's alright. English Pokemon. Milcery gets a 10. I pulled that at some point. Rebirth for You. What is this? Is this like a Konosuba stamp or something? Maybe? No, I had a couple Shirogane Knowles still. I had a few of these in the last submission as well. She gets a 10. This is another one. It is. She gets a Pristine 10. That's good. My stack's getting so high, they're about to hit my light. Can I move the light a little bit? A little bit. That might help a little bit. Another Noel. Noel, I should say. Not 10 on the... What the heck is this? Graphite? How do you pronounce this? Graphite. Graphite. Right, that's the thing. I don't know. One of the newer Pokemon that I don't remember very well. Gotharita. Gotharita homies out there. Alright, last one for this box is a 10 on the Ice Cube in Japanese. Alright, that's pretty cool. Glad those came out and got 10s. Let's see. Last little box right here. I'm just gonna open this up. I think there's probably 6 cards in here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, there sure are. Let's see. More Senran Kagura, actually. 10. Awesome. We'll take that. We'll take that. More Senran. Another 10. We'll take that. Who's this? Yumi. Yumi's got some fangs. I guess they all do. Senran Kagura, it's so funny. The second game in the series, I think, is called like Double D Edition or something. We got a Pristine on that one. That is great. That is awesome. Let's see. More Senran Kagura. 9 on this one. That's okay. This is all gravy at this point. 7.5 on that one. And our last card of the submission, it's a Senran Kagura card. It's a 10. Looks good to me. Okay. All right. 41 minutes according to my timer. I don't think I'm going to edit this very much, so that's probably going to be more or less accurate. Thank you very much for watching. I am going to process these and get these up onto my eBay store as soon as possible. If you are interested in checking that out, I'll have the link in the description under my link tree, and it's also always available on my bio. Some really awesome pulls, actually, and some really awesome 10s. Highlight of the submission again. I think, anyway, I'm pretty sure it's the Squirtle right here is very, very sought after right now. So I'm glad to see that he came out of 10. And then, of course, getting 10 on the Senran Kagura cards and some of the other art rares and the Pristines and everything. I mean, we did well. We definitely did well. Again, grading companies are raising their prices. PSA is going up to $16.99 with a backlog right now. They said that they're having trouble turning cards around, just like they did in 2020 and 2021. CGC is raising their price for bulk from $10 to $11. I'm not sure about the other grading companies. I don't know if Beckett or SGC is seeing the volume increase that those two companies are. But if you're going to submit, probably better to submit sooner rather than later in case they do go up again. Don't get caught up in the hype. Don't get caught up in the FOMO. And don't punch an old lady in the face at Costco. Alrighty. Have a good one, guys. I will talk to you later.